Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. This is Jennifer. When you are watching this, I am actually out of the country on a long overdue, actually 2 years overdue holiday with my eldest child. And I just wanted to make sure you guys got to see this, but I wanted it to have its own video because it came out so well and I love it so very much. So as you can see, I have finished my Star Trek top. This is from the Star Trek row along that was on Fandom and Stitches in 2019. And very short version of the story is that I stopped working on this because I started taking care of a sick friend and I just didn't have it in me to do both. I did make some minor adjustments to this. Let me move over here and see if you can see it a little better. I had finished the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. And then just in the last couple months, I finished Enterprise. And I had been debating what to do because I needed one more row. And I've never watched Discovery. I've never watched the newer Star Trek stuff. I probably will at some point. I just haven't. I have seen Picard and I love it. But I just kind of decided these are the shows that I watched when I was really in love with Star Trek, when I fell in love with the shows and the characters and everything else. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just not going to add any more rows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the To Boldly Go that I had originally designed as a smaller pattern to go up in the border, and I made it into a row. So I have, by the time you see this, this will already be on Fandom and Stitches. I'm not going to do a featured post. You can find this on the Star Trek page because it is the same exact pattern. It's just a different size. So I went ahead and put that up there for you guys, for anybody who might want it. It is it's actually 6 by 58, and then you add 2.5 inch strips, one top and bottom, just to kind of make it stand out a little more. And then the other minor adjustment that I made, this is the layout that I designed for this row along, but the other minor adjustment I made is I added a little cornerstone up here just because I wanted it to pop. This is entirely made of batiks. It is definitely a labor of love. I am in love with how strikingly beautiful it is all together. I love To Boldly Go as a row itself. I don't know why I didn't think about that when we did this in 2019, but I didn't. And I like that it's going to be an option now for anyone else who might want to do that. I showed you guys last week that I found this awesome batik. There are 10 yards of this. I got this for $4 a yard at Austin Creative Reuse, and this is going to be the back of that quilt when I quilt it. And one of the reasons I've been wanting to learn to ruler quilt is I wanted to use that on this quilt, and hopefully I'll do a little bit more practice first because this quilt is going to be really special. And hopefully I'll have this one quilted this year. If I don't, I'm not putting any pressure on myself because I have other things that also need to be quilted. And again, process over progress. That has to be my mantra. For years, I was just get it done, get it done, get it done. And I'm trying to slow down now. Process over progress. The next thing I'm very excited to share with you guys is that Talk to Me Tuesday has officially started our first block of the month quilt along. These are free patterns from all over the internet, and we are making sure to give credit and post information. All of the posts go to the original websites because there's nothing better than being able to support other designers out there. So the first two patterns were submitted by Abby, and I do have mine to show you guys. I did make them a little ahead of time because I used one of mine as a sample image because I want to make sure we're using our images and not the images from the websites where we're getting these patterns. As a person who designs patterns, I appreciate when other people do that. So I'm going to try to make sure I stay on top of that. So if you guys haven't submitted pictures of the ones that you chose, I really appreciate it if you do that. If you don't, I'm going to make them, and I hope you're okay with that. So the first one is the Dutch windmill, and this came from Red Delicious Life. This was super easy. It's paper piece, so it's just 4 units. So it's just this 1, 2. This is 1 unit. These two right here, very, very easy. I love it. And my blocks are going to be rainbow overall. You can't really see it as much in my first 2 blocks, but you will see it as I add more blocks to my quilt. Abby's other choice was bento box, and this is my version. So I really like the way it came out. I've never made a bento box before, guys. It's a super popular pattern. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of quilts with it. in my years as a volunteer and on Instagram and whatnot, but it's the first time I've ever made one, and I think it took me like 20 minutes. So super easy to make, fun to make, and these are our first two offerings. They're all 12 inches finished. They're all completely free. Use whatever color you want. My primary thing is I'm using a grunge with a little hint of green in the background for my background fabrics, and then I will only be using uh, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So that's my plan. I'm looking forward to how that's going to work out together. So that is going to be it for me for this Talk to Me Tuesday. I don't know if I'll have a video next week because I will not be at home, and I do all of my editing on my computer. If I can, I'll do a short video from on location because I'm going to be in a really cool place. But I don't know yet. It really depends on what's going on and whether or not my oldest kiddo is amenable to me taking a little bit of time to share. I will try. I will definitely try because, again, I'm going to be in a really cool place and I do kind of want to share if I can. So anyway, that's going to be it for me. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. Make your block of the month and share. Make sure you let us know that you're making them. We'd love to see. You can tag TTMTBOM. It's just a hashtag. We don't have like an Instagram or anything like that, but you could do that, and then I'll be able to see them. Anyone else who follows the hashtag will be able to see them, or just, you know, send us a picture. We would love that. Send us a picture. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to start babbling. I will see you guys, if not next week, then definitely the week after. Bye.